Hey guys, and welcome back to Nights into Dreams for more of Richie bitching about how he wish he could have done the sequel.
I will try not to bitch too much.
Thank you. Soft Museum, The Confusion. Yeah, that kind of sums up how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, and you're going to get even more confused by this level because it's weird.
Uh-huh.
So it's entirely kind of a museum-based thing, and you've got mirrors, and it's all trying to confuse you, basically.
Okay.
And also, like, the ground does this, and just, I don't even know.
I swear, like, obviously, you know, Knights appears in other games. I'm not sure whether it's All-Stars Racing or All-Stars Racing Transformed, but he pops up as a car in one of them, and I think there was a NiGHTSopian as, like, the driver, and they've kind of taken, like, stuff from either of the Knights games. I honestly can't remember the specifics because I don't follow the Knights franchise, but there is a Knights course in one of those games, and it's just as loopy.
I would assume that it would be All-Star Racing Transformed that has the NiGHTSopian kind of riding in Knights, because in the original All-Stars Racing, Knights was just the flag bearer.
Uh-huh.
And I remember being so annoyed.
And guess who turns up being the fucking flag bearer in the second game?
It was Rystar, wasn't it?
Yes, it was!
Yes. So basically, Sega just really like screwing over fans by just going like, yeah, look at this character that you really want to play as. Yeah, we're just going to lock them off so that you can't play as them.
Could be worse. Could be a fucking me outfit.
It's true.
So, any special gimmicks we need to look out for here?
Well, the gimmicks are going to come into play right about now, actually. Because as soon as I've tried to failingly collect those things, we are into this sort of bumper area. Basically, you've got to just keep going forward, but there's a weird sense of gravity that's at play here.
This is a casino level in all but name, really.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's going to get slightly weirder because we're going to get to a mirror section soon enough. I think it might be in the next spot. Or maybe in the next kind of mare. I don't even remember, really. But yeah, the one thing that I do like is that you can loop back on yourself to kind of get to the idiot capture thingies.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise you'd have to go an entire loop around to get back, and then you're just wasting time at that point.
It's really calming, just like sitting here and listening to the music.
It's a really fun, relaxing game, and as much as I do complain about it, just the experience of flying about is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's like when you complained about Transformers Devastation. It's still a fun game.
Well, exactly, yes.
Man, you're complaining about games in playthroughs more than me lately.
It's just the way it happens. I'm obviously going into critic mode at present.
Oh, Jesus. We'll have another gaming Brit on our hands here. Oh, I see what you mean now about the behind-the-back segments.
Yes, this is one that I had actually forgotten is here, but pretty much all of the one... Well, there's one more that acts like that. There is a different one in Elliot's Frozen Bell that works in a different manner, but it's still behind the back. It's just kind of... It's much more in line with the transformations that you then go on to see in Journey of Dreams, in how it plays, basically.
I think I might prefer if the whole game was from behind the back, really.
I think the thing is that if they pulled out the camera from where they are, it would play it would look a hell of a lot better, and you'd be able to tell where you're going and what you're looking for. It's the main thing that I would say is a massive improvement for Journey of Dreams, because it does have a kind of further back camera, so you can see where all of your rings and your blue chips are on screen at once. So you don't have to go, do I need to go down, do I need to go up, and you will actually know because you'll be able to see it.
Well, I suppose in that regard it is mimicking dreams very well, because you ever try to give directions in a dream? Don't really work out that well.
It's very true. Now, something that I wonder if you know about is, with the character of Knights, one of the most common discussion topics that comes up is Knights' gender.
Knights' gender, yeah.
And, obviously bringing this up now, I suspect that the comments are going to look exactly like the comment section of my Nights into Dreams Knight's Journey of Dreams playthrough looks like, is basically a whole bunch of people saying, Knights is male, Knights is female, or whatever, and you have the angry Knights fans going, Knights is genderless, god damn it, get it through your heads.
Well, you said he at the start of the playthrough, so...
Well, basically, so in Journey of Dreams, they refer to Knights as he, because obviously in the English language, we don't really have a decent way of referring to genderless people or characters or what have you. So generally most people go with he because it feels like the most gender neutral even though it's not.
Well, you could say it, but that's like very dehumanising.
Well, exactly. It is the only thing that we have, it or they, and it is just very uncomfortable and doesn't feel right. So basically just go with Knights, just call Knights Knights, and that'll generally put you in good stead.
Whoa, what's this guy all about?
So this is a character called Jackal, and basically he throws cards at you that you need to dodge, and essentially the way you beat him is that you get him out of his cape, and then you've got to hit him once or twice, and just keep going like that. Pretty much the majority of the bosses are hit them or paraloop them.
Yeah.
And that is your lot.
Do these Jack-in-the-Boxes come into play at any point in this boss fight?
No, it's literally just the cards. So the Jack-in-the-Boxes are there for kind of window dressing, essentially.
Just decorations, really.
But as you can see, that went a hell of a lot better
Yes,
than
it
Guilwing
did.
did.
Yeah.
You can only get up to ×2 on the boss multipliers.
Okay.
And that's, you've got to be, like, so on it with those. But you'll actually might see one of those instances very soon. Very, very unsubtle. But yes, with that, we only have one level left for Clarice. Like, this game is so short.
What's this thing you're picking here, by the way?
What thing are you specifically talking about?
When you were scrolling it to F, is that like the level thing? Or...
So the circles that are on the screen are the levels. And we are now in Twin Seeds.
Whoa, I know that guy.
Yes, that is basically the big bad of the game, who we will be meeting shortly.
Best not to give anything... Okay, was that planned?
Yes, you have to do that, because we're not playing as knights, we're playing as Clarice.
Okay, I didn't know this happened.
Basically, I mean, this song is called Growing Wings, and it's kind of entirely about, like, the kids find themselves and have the ability to fly in their dreams.
I gotta say, that must be one of the most common dreams or most wanted superpowers, being the ability to fly.
Well, exactly, and I think it works so well. And pretty much in both games, the last level is my favourite. So, Twin Seeds in this game and Bellbridge in Journey of Dreams. Partly because Growing Wings is an absolutely wonderful song.
Well, we did watch How to Train Your Dragon for the first time recently. Well, I watched it for the first time, and you squeed all over it. And yeah, I'm sensing a running theme here. You're like swooping kind of scores.
Well, exactly, yes. I mean, there's just something that's magical about it when it happens. And you can't deny that this is kind of just a wonderful experience, especially after the confusion of all the other levels.
I guess, yeah. So, what's the story of this level? Where are we now, exactly?
So, we are essentially flying high above the city where Clarice and Elliot live. This is sort of the representation of what they've been struggling with, because Clarice wants to audition for a show, but she is struggling with, like, confidence, and she fears that the director and all of that are going to criticise her and insult her and all of that. So this is her kind of celebrating her new growth.
Okay.
And specifically her courage, because the different idia represent different emotions, essentially.
What, are they colour-coded?
Yes, so the red idia is for courage, the white idia is for purity, the blue idia is for intelligence, the green idia is for growth, and the yellow idia is for hope.
It's weird hearing red being the courage one when I've been playing Zelda for years.
It's very true. But essentially, sort of, yeah, so the whole idea of collecting all of the idia is kind of to make these kids rounded human beings.
Surprisingly deep for a game with a purple jester.
Well, exactly, like, it's surprisingly deep, and it's surprisingly kind of heartwarming and meaningful and poignant. And I think it's one of the reasons why I really love the idea of NiGHTS, because it's entirely about being better. And yes, that is the end of Twin Seeds, and we're now going to go into the boss.
Hooray! Gotta hype it up somehow.
Yes, and also look at that A rank.
Whoa, baby.
Hell yeah.
That's Elliot, I assume.
That's Elliot, yes.
Whoa, double nice.
Yep, and now we get to face down Wiseman, or Wiseman, who is the big bad of the game. Basically, he wants to make everybody have nightmares or something along those lines.
Did NiGHTS just blow a kiss at Wiseman?
No, he rammed into... Well, NiGHTS rammed into Wiseman.
Okay. Wow, this looks pretty cool, actually.
It's such a cool fight, and it's actually almost identical in NiGHTS Journey of Dreams. So it's the same music track, which is DeForce Master, and it's kind of going around, kind of going through these kind of magnificent backgrounds to try and hit him, and you have all these different things happening. So you've got like a twister that you've got to drill dash through, you've got kind of meteors, you've got snowballs, fireballs, all sorts. But that's actually Wiseman defeated. What
is Wiseman's deal, or do we want to save that until the end of Elliot's story?
Leave it until the end of Elliot's story. The thing is that it's not really fully explained in the original NiGHTS into Dreams.
Okay.
It is explained more in Journey of Dreams.
Alright.
But kind of that's as much as I can probably do for now.
What, did NiGHTS die there?
Sort of.
Well, they're awake now, so did Elliot die as well?
No, so this is a bit that's kind of confusing. So Elliot and Clarice are kind of sort of in the same dream.
Okay.
And as you will see in Elliot's story, he ends up leaving Clarice here for some reason. And this is kind of the happy ending that is wonderful. Although, that said, you can't get this particular bit of Clarice's ending until you've beaten both stories.
Okay.
It's kind of a bit of a dodgy way to do it, but I've just kind of edited it all so that we have a nice, simple flow of narrative.
That's fine, mate.
Otherwise, we would have been experiencing the last level of Clarice's story twice. But yes, Clarice is going to audition, and she's gonna rock it.
She can do it! Man, CGI has come a long way.
It has indeed. This stuff is kind of hideous, but there's a sort of balked charm about it, I have to say.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And there's the red idea of courage.
NiGHTS, destroy my enemies! It just comes like spin drilling out of nowhere and destroys the director. Oh, listen to that screeching. Is this supposed to be charming?
Yes, this is supposed to be charming.
Okay, well, I guess they had different standards back then.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, the thing is that you're talking about this came out in 1996. So this is a very long time ago, and obviously CGI wasn't exactly all the way there yet.
Yeah, I'll put it mildly.
So, I mean, this was kind of amazing, sort of, back in the day. When I was 2.
Sometimes I forget how much younger you are, mate.
Yeah. You should probably be able to tell that I'm that much younger, considering I'm still just a massive kid.
Yeah. Surprising amount of focus on Elliot for being in someone else's story.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, the thing is that they do almost exactly the same thing in Journey of Dreams.
Okay.
In that, in the secret ending, which is essentially what this is, there is a little bit more focus on the male character. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's because they thought, well, there's going to be more male kids playing this because it's a video game in the 1990s.
Okay.
But, I don't know. But yes, Clarice got the part!
And she's performed. Is this just like an audition? Because I counted precisely 0 people in those seats.
I honestly do not know. I think this is meant to be the actual show.
Huh. Wow. Aim high, Clarice, I guess.
Yes, because of the magic of dreams and friendship, they are now together.
So, was it a dream that she got the part?
No, it was reality.
Okay. Oof. Oh god, my brain.
Yeah, it's confusing. It's why I prefer Journey of Dreams, because
Okay,
it makes it much more clear.
I get it. You prefer the sequel, Jesus.
And now we get the credits!
And Richie wants us to talk over these, so, your first impressions of playing Nights into Dreams, I guess, if you can recall them?
Playing Nights into Dreams, they weren't as positive as I wanted them to be. Like, I think I went in kind of hyping it up to high heaven, and it simply wasn't what I wanted. But it is a fun game. It's just very dated.
Oh, I remember this.
Dreams Dreams is one of my favourite songs in a video game. Not necessarily a fan of this version, because the kids singing... Well, you'll just hear the kids singing.
Alright, let's do this. Oh, it's in Japanese.
No, it's in English.
Okay, that's my bad.
It's just... Oh dear. Oh god.
It was your idea for us to sit through this.
Well, I wanted you to experience properly, in front of all of the viewers, the slightly screechy nature of this version of the credits. It's just like... It's surprisingly painful.
Clarice performs her first single.
Yeah, the thing that's really bizarre is that, so, the girl singing in these credits, which I believe she's called Jasmine Allen, she actually went on to sing one of the versions for the credits of Night's Journey of Dreams.
Okay.
And she's amazing in that. So I don't know quite what happened here. I think it's just kids singing.
The sheep is called Sleep.
Yes, the puns on the enemies is, well, they're really funny, apart from the fact that there's very little way of being able to tell what they're called whilst you're playing.
Cruel and Pole. Don't really get that one.
Well, because sort of tadpole...
Ah, okay.
I think that's where it's going. And then Party, because of, I'm assuming, the flamenco dress?
Don't want to be partying with that nightmarish abomination.
So, yes, this first version of the credits is what you would see beating the game the first time round, so 4 levels on one side. The only way of getting the second version of the credits, / kind of the 2 extra bits on the ending, so the bit with Clarice waking up in Nightopia, and the bit where Clarice and Elliot meet, at least I think that bit anyway, you've got to beat both stories and then beat Clarice's again.
Okay.
Which is kind of a bit of an odd setup. It's kind of frustrating because it means you have to play the last level of one of the characters twice to see the full ending for one of them, but oh well. Twin Seas is a fun enough level to not make me really care that much.
It did look pretty fun.
Oh, I just love it.
Snip. Okay, yeah, I guess that describes that thing. Hollow. I feel nothing.
Now, I believe that... So you're seeing some of the Nightmarens that appear only in Elliot's story as well, because I think certain Nightmaren are specific to certain levels. So you're seeing all of the Nightmarens named here, which is quite nice. And now we're getting all of the bosses. Gilwing, who I really don't like. Then you get, come on, Puffy, who we will see in the next part.
I think she's part of the Sonic Lost World Nights DLC.
Yes, she is. Basically, I believe you get Gilwing, Puffy, you definitely get Riala, who is going to pop up in a minute.
Oh, Yuji Naka, man, you don't see him in Sega credits anymore.
Well, yeah, because NiGHTS is basically Yuji Naka's brainchild, or at least one of them, anyway. And obviously, he has gone on to do Rodea the Sky Soldier, which, as of the time of recording, comes out very soon. Finally.
Which is kind of NiGHTS-like in and of itself.
Yes, I'm very looking forward to playing it, although I'm so happy that I'm getting the Wii version, which is apparently the better version.
Oh, well, it was originally intended for the Wii anyway, so...
Well, exactly. But yes, that is the end of Claris's story.
Good stuff. And starring NiGHTS.
NiGHTS kind of spelt like that, with the capitalizations and so on and so forth.
Try Elliot's dream.
It's very unsubtle about telling you what to do next, isn't it?
Well, that's a thing taken from Sonic games, really. Meanwhile, in Final Fantasy X... just buy a fucking flute knife. You don't have to make believe. Well, that's it for Claris's story. We'll see you guys next time when we begin Elliot's. Bye for now.